Pinellas County underwater tonight, like Gulfport on Boca Ciega Bay.
Yeah, several shops and restaurants, as well as bars in and around downtown Gulfport. All of them have sandbags. As you can see, they're stacked up in front of their doors. A couple of business owners were keeping an eye on their shops, hoping that water doesn't get in. And as of now, the power remains on there, at least in the downtown area. Just a few blocks down the street, though, there were some waves slamming up against the concrete barrier. And residents who live along the water in Gulfport are really taking steps to prepare.
Have some extra water and food. I wasn't too awfully worried by the time I woke up this morning. But just the minor stuff you've learned to have just on hand, because I'm sure we'll have another one before the storm season is over.
Yeah, and this is nothing new for these business owners that are there in Gulfport. They remembered what happened last year with Adelia, and also they are not taking any chances with this storm. Many are now just hoping that water doesn't reach inside of their businesses. Now, over in Shore Acres, that's another area, of course, prone to flooding all the time, and today was no exception. Intersections were blocked off, but some cars still tried to get through. The water rose fast, and some people who were away at the time came home to discover that they couldn't get back into their homes.
We went and did a little bit of grocery shopping, and then we arrived here just recently, and we walked over to the property, and unfortunately, the roads are flooded. So it's been kind of hectic. We can't get the groceries back, can barely get the dog back, as you can see. So yeah, it's been stressful.
Yeah, and check out this parking lot. Many Shore Acres residents have been through this before, and they know that it floods, so they moved their cars to higher ground before the storm.
And also in Pinellas County, Debby stirred up the waves on Clearwater Beach today. Surfers, boogie boarders out there, as they usually are when the waves get up like this. Quite a few people actually out there in the surf today and walking along the beach at Clearwater Beach, where the surf was up today. Here is Tarpon Springs. The streets were flooded there this afternoon as Debby approached. Low-lying area, they expect flooding from time to time. Some of the sponge divers and captains stayed on their boats just in case anything came loose during the storm.
A new video into our newsroom just now. This is from Largo, 301 Belcher Road at the Winding Lane Apartments. There's some very high water over there, several flooded cars, and you really don't see this very often. A fire truck that's flooded out, so you can clearly see that water's gotten pretty deep.
Yeah, the winds kicked up today. We saw lots of white caps. These up against the Howard Franklin Bridge this afternoon. This is from one of our traffic cameras. Look at the wind and the waves there, an issue on all the bridges. The Skyway just closed down a little while ago. It is closed until further notice. The other bridges are open. And as we mentioned at 10, high winds have caused the closure of the Skyway. Tonight, we will keep you up to date on that. The Tampa Police Department shut down part of Bayshore Boulevard earlier today due to flooding. We always know that at the top of the Bayshore, it can get that way. Bayshore closed from Platt Street to Bay, along with many side streets in that area as well.
And down to the south of us, Fort Myers Beach was underwater today. Roads flooded with water up to the storefronts. Plenty of cars needed to be towed from those roads. Now, you'll remember Fort Myers Beach took a devastating hit from Hurricane Ian a couple of years ago, so this is not what they wanted to see after everything that they've been through. And here's more video from a camera on a driveway. This is at a Fort Myers Beach house. You can see how high that water was on that street as a car plows through that water, just pushing it right on up those driveways.
And some video here is sent to us from a viewer in Christmas. That's in Orange County. That's right, Christmas, Florida in Orange County. See the water coming through the roof over their back patio. All the rain here caused that patio roof to collapse. We want to bring in Fox 13.